Hello guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Welcome back, guys.
Ooh, this is a fun one.
This is.
We're going to talk about Rolling Stone's greatest singers list. There's been a little controversy about this.
You know, anytime you get these lists, it was like our rom-com one. You're going to have some you agree with. You're going to have some you're like, why isn't this there?
It's so subjective.
It is.
It's so subjective. It's kind of
a beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
So let me just read you the top 10 and we'll kind of break that down. Number 1 is Aretha.
Okay. Now,
just, everybody else sit down. 2 is Whitney.
Ooh,
Whitney Houston, which I do agree with that. I do too. 3 is Sam Cooke. I love that.
You know what? I can't. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Obviously, I didn't read the list beforehand.
Here we go. Now we're going to get into some choppy waters. 4 is Billie Holiday. I am not a big. I know. Don't be mad at me. I know there are some of y'all that just love Billie Holiday. I'm not one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's a little high for me.
She's got a very distinctive voice,
very,
and it's one of those things.
And I do enjoy her voice.
Yeah,
but that's real close to Whitney.
But the people that love her, they love. 5 is Mariah Carey.
Now I was just thinking.
Yeah, she's fine. If nothing else, All I Want for Christmas would get her in the top 10. I think. Which,
guys, I hate to admit this, I am still listening to my kids are obsessed.
Oh yeah, once you're on it, it's
and so we're still listening.
6 is Ray Charles.
I could see that. I could listen to Ray Charles all day.
Now, Mr. King loves Ray Charles. Now, I kind of put him in the Billie Holiday. Although I like him more, but he's so distinctive. He's not for everybody,
right. And it's not as smooth as say like Stevie Wonder. You know, Stevie Wonder it's a little more smooth. Kind of goes down.
He's number 7. Stevie Wonder is number 7.
Okay, I'm agreeing.
Is Beyonce.
No.
No. 9 is Otis Redding.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
And 10 is Al Green.
Ooh, Al Green. Now,
so
guys,
it's a pretty solid list.
Now, listen, before
it's
y'all
a pretty
go
solid for top 10. Now, when we get on, y'all, you're gonna see.
Now,
we're not gonna do all.
Before y'all go to hating on me, okay? The reason I said no to Beyonce is this. Some of y'all are gonna agree. Some of y'all are not. I know a few people listening right now that are like, I'm Team Lisa now. They done left me, but Beyonce is a fabulous entertainer, which is a well-rounded thing. I want you to understand this because you can have an amazing voice, you can have phenomenal voice, and you can suck at stage presence. Yes. You can suck at choreography. So you may not be the best entertainer, but you may have just the most wonderful.
I thought of that too for several of them.
For several of them. Yes. So she's a fabulous entertainer.
Categorized it.
Because now entertainer-wise, absolutely, she's in the top 3.
Okay, but look at number 11. I put him in this. Little Richard. I was like, what?
Entertainer.
Yeah, but number 11?
Now, mind you, guys, I love Little Richard.
But
okay, I am a fan. Is his voice that iconic? No, it's not. Now, did he make such solid contributions to the music industry,
and rock and
roll? I mean, like, come on, he inspired so many people. But in terms of just his voice, no, absolutely not. So. And so don't
the
hate
other
me,
one
guys.
Behind him too, John Lennon. I'm sorry. John Lennon is 12. I feel the same way about him.
Absolutely.
You know, a great songwriter.
Yep. Philanthropist.
All those things. Yep. But voice wise, no. Not.
And so I can't put Beyonce that high with voice. Now, when you said John Legend, if John Legend would have been in the top 20
Girl,
voice,
I'm going to tell you about John Legend later on. Okay.
Girl, he there
at 13 is Patsy Cline, which that's a great choice. Yeah. Okay, so it's a solid.
It sounds like a solid list,
but there's some discrepancies. Okay, now here's some notables and where they are on the list. Just and let's just see if you agree. Number 15 is Bob Dylan. That was a pass for me. I love Bob Dylan,
but not top 20
voice, and just a weird voice. He is not. Yeah. He's iconic. He's all those things, but having a good voice,
he ain't top 20.
No. That would have been a songwriter. 19, Frank Sinatra. I think he should have been in the top 10. Probably, I would have preferred him instead of Billie Holiday.
If we kind of shuffle it around, honestly, he had to be top 20, but he really should have ranked closer to top 15, top 10.
Yeah. Paul McCartney was 26.
Distinct voice.
But he would have been higher than John Lennon. He would have been
higher than John Lennon, yes.
Now, John Lennon may be a more solid songwriter.
Right. But that's not what this list is.
Yeah. Luther Vandross.
Where is he?
31.
Baby, they a lie.
He should have moved
they
up.
They a lie and the truth ain't in them, baby, because Luther is up there with Whitney. Luther Vandross.
I thought that too. I thought, wow.
Okay, is Brian McKnight on the list? Now I'm just curious.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't see. Okay. 45, Ella Fitzgerald. Can you believe she's so far down?
That makes
sense. She should have taken Beyonce's place. No offense, Beyonce.
Yes.
But, I mean, really.
Someone just crossed my mind. They're going to come back. Because now, see, guys.
Guess where Michael Jackson is?
Do I want to?
86.
The devil is a lie.
But no, he's the entertainer. Think about it.
Well, you're right.
He's the entertainer. I mean, because his voice, and a beautiful songwriter.
Beautiful.
But
now that you say it, that's fair.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I rank Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce is a fabulous entertainer. Yeah. You're going to stand up the whole show. It's going to be worth every penny.
The top people should have been voice only.
Now, where's Janet Jackson?
Janet wasn't on there.
Girl,
she's off. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, 101, Gladys Knight. Now, see, that was, she's got a great voice.
She needs to be higher.
Taylor Swift, to even have them next to each other. Taylor Swift, she's a beautiful songwriter, all the things, pop.
That gravy girl, just ran all over my plate.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Absolutely. That is offensive.
Lauryn Hill was 136.
No.
She could have been moved up. Alicia Keys, 185.
See, no.
I know.
Now Alicia Keys. Now I do love Alicia Keys. I love her voice. She's not a Whitney, but she should not be. She should be top
50 in the 50s.
Yeah, top 75. I could.
Honey, Billie Eilish is 198. That's to me. She just got here. She didn't.
She just showed up, baby.
Showed up. Kelly Clarkson, 194.
Kelly Clarkson has a wonderful voice.
I thought she could have moved up because she has a really beautiful, iconic voice.
Has, yes.
She could have done it.
Oh, I'm not digging this.
Okay, David Ruffin is 66.
All I hear is that's kid. Ain't nobody come out here to say David Ruffin.
I think he could have been higher too. I think some of the ones that they put in the top 20 could have moved down, and some of these could have moved up. That's what I think.
I cannot get past Gladys Knight being next to Taylor Swift.
Right?
Y'all. I'm struggling.
That was
Gladys Knight.
I know.
Be one above Taylor Swift. I'm sorry.
That was a miss. Okay, so notable omissions. This
so in other words, the folks that didn't make the list didn't have made
the list. Celine Dion. People lost their minds. She is not on the list, y'all. And she has a beautiful,
guys, I can't even close my mouth.
Solid voice. I mean, take the pop thing out of it. She has a gorgeous voice.
She is a trained vocalist.
Yeah, no, didn't make the list. Jennifer Hudson did not make the list. Now
Jennifer Hudson can sing.
She really can. Like Billie Eilish and those.
There's no way.
I like Billie, but she could have waited.
Ooh, Jennifer Hudson.
Nat King Cole was not on the list.
But John Lennon was?
Yep. Tony Bennett wasn't on the list. Now he's just iconic jazz, standards. John Legend was not on the list, y'all. The EGOT winner
revote
was not on the list. Janet Jackson wasn't on the list. Justin Bieber, which I guess, but although I like him better than some of the
was
choices.
Justin Timberlake on the list?
Oh, see, you're asking me the wrong people.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm just curious. You said Justin Bieber. It made me think.
Bieber. I think Justin Timberlake is actually. Okay. And even though he does have a beautiful voice, I still would categorize him as an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's.
Oh, man.
I think.
Y'all, I'm still there's drool pockets from my mouth being open because I don't understand the two that I'm struggling with the most. Celine Dion is certainly one of them.
Yes. She was the one.
But there's Jennifer Hudson can sing. First off, Jennifer Hudson covered Aretha so good, I had goosebumps. That is not an easy voice.
No.
That's not an easy range to cover.
She
So
is
for
not.
Aretha, now Aretha's where she need to be on the list. I'm not saying that, but Jennifer Hudson need to make the list just because of the fact that she could actually encapsulate this woman's voice.
Yeah. I agree. At least make the list. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Somewhere. You can squabble about where on the list, but she should have been on the list.
For sure.
But yeah, she wasn't.
Yeah, I do. I think some of this is a mix up.
I feel like they should have differentiated between
songwriters,
actual voice, songwriters, and entertainers, performers. Now, because some of them are performers, and they're, not that their voices are bad, but if you just had to hear their voice and didn't see them, you wouldn't feel the way you feel.
Yeah, like.
Now, they said that they went across a cross section of people to get the list, all different kinds of ages and genres and things. So, of course, they don't tell you who. Mm-hmm. But it's so subjective. Music is so, it transports you.
Yeah.
You go back to a time in your life when you were doing certain things or a certain time, and it just evokes so much nostalgia and memory. So it's not definitive. Mm-mm. It's so hard.
Now, you know what I think happens with some of this too? I think this kind of goes to what we talked about in the last episode, where when people die, all of a sudden they just the best thing since Betty White and they was great. Some of this, your nostalgia is hinged on their death and them not being here anymore, and you're ranking them in that way.
Or even if they're not dead, but where you were and what you were doing when they were singing, and those memories are so precious to you that it elevates them, and even beyond.
Because guys, now I'm down a rabbit hole. Okay, like when Lisa told me, "Hey, let's do this," I was like, "Yeah, that's a really good one." And now I'm down a rabbit hole because my brain is just like, there's so many people that I'm like, did they make the list? Like,
and my thing too, some of the younger ones, they might be good, like Taylor Swift, but do you need to be on the list? Like, you've got time.
Because I just want to tell you, like,
you've got time. Let's do this again in 5-10 years, and then you make the list.
Your voice is not. You're not a Selena, for example.
Or Selena was on the list, though.
Okay,
she was.
Okay, good.
But not y'all, Celine. And even though Celine is not my favorite, but she should have been on the list. Right. She definitely deserved. And Jennifer and Nat King Cole. That was really surprising. Now listen,
my husband's about to be upset.
And I know, a lot of them have fallen from favor, because just the genre is not as popular anymore. But Tony Bennett, Ella Fitzgerald, they all should have been.
Yes.
And I know maybe not in those top 10 categories, but in the top 50.
Even if you was just on the damn list of 200.
At all, right.
I guarantee there's about 20 names on that list. I could cross right
Janet,
on out.
She didn't have to be on the list for me.
Janet is a fabulous entertainer, but her voice is not. She makes up in entertaining what she lacks in voice and range.
I agree with that.
And that keeps her. That averages her at a solid A. But I kind of get her not making the list.
I do. John Legend, though.
Come on.
That was really surprising for me too. Well, he and Jennifer Hudson both are EGOT winners. Mm-hmm. So,
and both of them just, amazing,
and
voices.
Have won for their song.
Yes,
their singing ability and the song. So, to me, maybe they felt because they had that honor, you don't have to have this one. I could
see that. I guess I could,
but they should have really. Justin Bieber and Janet Jackson, I'm okay with them. Yeah. But the rest of them, these others, the omissions that I mentioned, Celine, Jennifer Hudson, Nat King Cole, Tony Bennett, John Legend, should have been on the list somewhere.
Yes,
somewhere.
For sure.
So that was
1,000% sure.
Yeah. There.
This Gladys Knight situation. Was Patti LaBelle on the list?
Yes, she's on the list.
Okay.
She's on the list. Barbara Streisand, the ones that you really think
Listen,
of.
we have to make sure though, because John Legend ain't on the list, so that's got me concerned.
The locations are iffy on a lot of them for me, but just being on the list. But some of the omissions were kind of weird, and some of the ones they put on, I just was like, and I guess maybe in their effort to appease everybody, and like they said, they were trying to do rap and old standards and R&B and everybody, that because they were doing everybody, they would just put these people on.
And I guess whenever the pool is that big, but I mean, wow.
So maybe they should have narrowed the pool. You think?
Yeah, because genres. Okay, I'll tell you someone that crossed my mind, and they're not on this list, but they are they're in the top 100 guitarists, is Carlos Santana. I love Carlos Santana. Yeah, but after I think about it, voice-wise, no, he's not there. But now, top 100 guitarist, okay, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? So some of this, like you said, songwriter,
well, they should
entertainer,
R&B, just R&B, old standards, pop, rap. Yeah. No, a rap person, no matter who you are, you're not going to compete with Frank Sinatra in terms of voice. No. Just your voice and being able to do what you do. Yes. It's not the same.
And vice versa.
Yeah, no. So they should have
differentiated a bit,
broke it down a little bit. I thought that the top 5, I think, was solid. Billy.
After that,
but it was
kind
solid.
of get a little out of control.
But after that, I was like, I don't know.
I just know about this, y'all.
And even, do you think Stevie Wonder even like really voice?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
What number was Stevie Wonder?
7.
Okay, now wait a minute now.
Voice songwriter, yes.
Voice wise, he's not number 7.
Think so either.
Now I do think he should have been top 50, but
and definitely on the list. Mm-hmm. But and I'd even say that with Al Green too. I would put Otis Redding
above Al Green.
Yeah, he was above Al. 1. He was 9 and Al was 10.
Interesting.
Al's another distinctive.
Did Marvin Gaye make it? Do you remember?
Yeah, he's on it.
Okay.
I don't remember
where he was,
but he is on it.
Okay.
Let's see. Did I have? I think I wrote the ones that I was most
shocked about.
Yeah. And the other people, like I said, you could kind of squabble about their placement.
Yes.
But not
that they didn't belong on the list, just like where they fell.
Yeah.
So, I guys, if y'all heard any clicking, I had to pull out my laptop and I had to see where my Sexiest Man Alive this week fell. So y'all will know about that later, but I was like, wait a gosh darn minute.
Yeah, it was. Wouldn't you love to have been a fly on the wall? Like
when they made these decisions.
Was it a ballad? Did they just count points?
Yes.
Like, every so many points for Aretha, so many, and they just went like that? Or did they, have discussions?
The top 3, I was good. Then when we get to the top 10,
top 3,
I'm kind of like, I don't. Yeah, they belong here, obviously, but
but maybe not on the
yes.
And then the top 10 even. And I think like with Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, John Legend, I think those are like musician wise.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not voice, not singers, but they're great musicians.
And that's what it is.
They were really good at picking songs for themselves, songs that fit for them. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
You can just pick the wrong song, and even though you have a great voice, you just don't need to be singing that song.
Right.
But they were really good at choosing material that was
suited for them. Yeah.
So they were good at that. You can't dispel their talent.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you need to be?
Do you need to be in the top 20? I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
The jury is out.
I don't think so.
Goodness.
So.
I'm having some feelings, guys. I'm having some not good feelings.
I really did too. And some of them I had to go back. Like I read the list and I was like, I didn't see. I didn't see Kelly Clarkson, and I went back and they were on there. But
but then you're like, why are they past 100? Yeah.
And Kelly really, she should have been.
I'm going to say
where
Kelly
Taylor
Clarkson.
Swift. To me,
at least. Now, if Kelly Clarkson was next to Gladys Knight, y'all, you wouldn't see this little frown. But this little scowl, you cannot compare Now I asked you.
Taylor's a great songwriter.
Now, guys, now I got to check see if
popular.
If Patty made it. Because,
she did.
Okay,
she did. I can't remember where, but she was.
Okay.
I saw her on the list.
Because, guys, I'm feeling some kind of way.
So everybody's been discussing this, and I think Celine was the biggest brouhaha.
Okay, so Courtney Love made it.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been on the list.
Like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Courtney Love made it, but
John Legend
didn't.
Yeah,
Celine Dion.
Celine didn't make it, but Courtney Love did.
Guys, I'm feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
But now, y'all, for those of you that know, you know. For those of y'all that don't know, you don't know. My forever love, my any karaoke, anywhere I go, I'm going to sing this, is Tina Turner. I'm a massive fan. My dad's a huge fan. And
she's on the list.
She is. She's 55.
I think that's a good placement. Do you? I mean, she's another one. It's entertainment.
You know what she
voice.
is. She is very
great entertainer.
She has high energy entertainment. Yes, I agree,
but not so much with the voice.
I can't see Beyonce material. At 8 and Tina Turner at 55. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's where I'm struggling. But some of the ones that are at the top, I kind of would pull them and move them down. And then some of them that are down, they just wouldn't be on there.
I agree.
And guys, funny enough, because I'm kind of watching Nelson drift off over there. Willie Nelson is number 54,
and he's another one that I would put in terms of songwriting.
You either love
great
him or
musician. Although I do love him. Yeah. I do love him. But but
Nelson.
His is he a great singer? Like, you think he's Pavarotti or something?
Now, like Sade, she to me has a better voice than Beyonce.
But that goes to recognition.
Yeah, it does.
This is such a subjective list. It's almost like, do we need to do this?
Ooh, D'Angelo. Guys, you remember when he was my sexiest man?
Wasn't that kind of weird? That's the kind of thing that I was like floored about. Those kind of people.
Yeah.
But you didn't put John Legend. You know what I mean?
I agree. Now I love D'Angelo.
Oh, I do.
Oh, D'Angelo is right next to Patti LaBelle. Okay.
And he does have a great voice, but like over John Legend, I don't think so.
Yeah, guys. Now
we have thoughts.
Yeah,
we have thoughts. But Celine ain't mad at him. I mean, she didn't. I'm sure everybody just went on about their business. This is probably not a big deal. It's not like they won an award.
That's true.
You didn't get money. You didn't get. It's just the
bragging rights, I guess.
And, Rolling Stone is the industry standard.
That's what it is. And, that's all.
It's kind of cool. But it's kind of interesting. We just wanted to talk about what do you guys think and what your favorite songs are. And is your favorite artist on the list in the top 10?
Now, is your sexiest man alive, or is that person on the list this week?
No.
Oh,
I didn't. I stepped out of the lane.
Okay, guys. Well, up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor, BetterHelp. During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours.
Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states.
Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee.
Okay, Lisa, since your person is not on the list, I want to know who you picked.
Okay, I picked Governor Gavin Newsom. He's the governor of California.
Guys, this has nothing to do with the list.
Nothing to do with it.
Nothing
but
at all.
He's so good looking. Just rock star, good looking.
I like how you loop that in.
Rock star, middle age, good looking.
I'm okay.
You know, he's age appropriate, which is getting harder and harder to do.
We're running out.
But he's so cute. Side note, y'all. But I'm going to forgive him for this because we all have exes. Y'all remember our last show. But he used to be married to Donald Trump Jr.'s. I guess they're not married yet.
I think now fiance.
I think fiance. Kimberly, is it Guilfoyle?
And you just don't
Gilroy,
see that together.
Something like that. Whatever. That's so I don't funny. Follow them.
It's Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
Was married to Gavin Newsom. Now you talk about strange bedfellows. Like never. He is a liberal, like staunch liberal, and she is MAGA princess.
Maybe she just likes power. She may just like political players and power.
What happened with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, we all have. Well, our last show, we have exes.
We all have exes.
You got to get along, whatever. But he's moved on and is married to someone more in keeping with his liberal views, and she has definitely moved on.
Yes, she has.
That was just a little
interesting
side note. But he's cute.
She may just like political players. So my sexiest man alive this week came in at number 16. On Rolling Stone's 200 Best Singers of All Time. You know, he's number one in my heart forever, and that is Prince. And if you followed us,
great placement, wasn't it? It was good placement
because Prince played dozens of instruments. He was a fabulous entertainer, but in terms of voice, I feel like 16 was fair. Yeah, I do. I feel like it was fair. But I mean, of course, that's going to be my sexiest man alive. If you followed the show for any length of time, you know, I even have a Prince tattoo, this was before he passed away.
She's back in her lane, y'all.
No, he's not tall and tattooed. He's not tall.
Oh, he's not tatted up?
He has not.
Oh, okay.
But he is a musician, guys. So I guess for that one, it's fair. Okay,
she's
love.
easing back into her lane.
I am easing right on back. Thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.